How's it going, everybody? Greg from Hardest Reset here, and I'm here talking to you guys today with a little PSA. Generally, we like to have fun on the channel, and this is not fun per se, but it is a message that needs to go out there, especially with the final season of Voltron dropping today, and I have a few words that I've got to say to those who will be enjoying it, at least I hope enjoying it, and those who will be making comments about it in the subsequent days to follow. Now, if there's any sort of message that I want to get across in this video today, this is kind of the summary of what I'm going to talk about is, regardless of what people think and regardless of people's backgrounds with the series, please try to be civil when it comes to discussing your thoughts on the final season. Now, I know that's going to be very hard for some of you. Now, I need you guys to restrain the urge to tell me to go fuck myself right off the bat. Your guys' opinions as far as the show as a whole can be valid. If you don't like the show because you don't like certain writing on things, that's fine. If you love the show because you feel like that they've done a really good job at wrapping up storylines and really setting up an endgame, and maybe you already binged season 8 and you sat there and you absolutely loved the way that they wrapped it up, that's fine too. Everyone's allowed to have different opinions, but it does not give you or anyone that you know the right to go after other people, whether they are people in the fandom or people who have worked on the show. To people who are kind of removed from the whole issue or situation surrounding the Voltron fandom, you guys are probably wondering, what the hell kind of video is this? Who is this geared towards? Why are you even having to say something like this? Well, we've talked about it various times in the past, the colored history from the Voltron fandom, as well as the fandom's reaction and way that they have handled interactions between each other, as well as people who have worked on the show themselves. People like Bex Taylor Kloss, Jeremy Shada have also come into some controversy. I say controversy because fandoms have not been happy with things that they have said, even though they didn't really do anything wrong or have said anything wrong, but because they said that something about their ship or another ship was either not canon, or the fact that they made a joke about it, they got various death threats and horrid comments thrown at them, and even came to a head with Josh Keaton, the voice of Shiro, who had his family had death threats sent over to him because of a comment he made about shipping what you ship, and it literally has gotten to a point of pure and utter ridiculousness. And on top of that, there has been various death threats that have been flung out against people who've worked on the show as a whole. People who have said that ships like Clance wouldn't become canon came under fire. People who wrote certain romances, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but certain romances in later seasons have been thrown under the bus because it's been, quote, horrible writing. I have seen people that I have personally know throw writers under the bus because it didn't get written the way that they, quote, thought that it should have gone. It has gotten out of hand to a point where I still haven't seen season 7 because of the way that the fandom has handled itself. And in all honesty, I wish that I was caught up, and I wish that I was still excited to watch season 8. And I know I'm going to watch these last 2 seasons on my own time, but when I have people who I personally know doing this, you know that things have gone a little too far. Some of you are probably wondering, Greg, why are you letting a fandom affect the way that you think? Well, it's because of the fact that not just the fandom as a whole, which I can generally remove myself from, but people that I personally know have partaken in these horrid ways of handling themselves, and it has just gotten to a point where I have personally gotten burnt out. And even though I was excited to watch the last 2 seasons, I am personally thankful that the show is over. That way the fandom can calm the fuck down, I can enjoy the show on my own terms, and kind of not feel like garbage for feeling the way that I feel about Voltron. And in all honesty, that's kind of sad that someone has to feel that way, and I'm not alone. I've known people who personally stopped watching the show because of those facts. I have known people that don't even give the show the time of day because of that. The way that the fandom has held themselves, I've seen cosplayers that I follow straight up admit, this is why I don't cosplay Voltron anymore, because the fandom is fucking garbage. And it is sad that it has come to that, especially for a show that I personally think is very well written, that I think has a lot of great, incredible, diverse characters, a show that has done a really good job at recreating the wonder of the original series while kind of putting a modern spin on it, making the animation look fluid and wonderful and fantastic, and kind of been able to take a full, cohesive story and plot and tell it in a very good way, especially with the Netflix model of release all the episodes at once. I thoroughly believe that Voltron has done that batch of episodes method very well. They tell a cohesive story. They've actually stuck to their plan of only releasing 8 seasons, even in the middle when they were only releasing like 6 to 8 episode seasons. They still were adamant that we are going to be releasing 8 seasons and that's it. They stuck to their plan. The show didn't overstay its welcome. The show ran its course, and it seems like the show is ending on a note that the creators themselves wanted to end it on. Of course, there can be conversation of what was left out, what could have been in, etc. That's a different video for a different day. There's a lot of praise and a lot of excitement to be had, as well as all the actual good people that I've met through Voltron and other people met through Voltron. But the fact that people that have been such great fans of the show now distancing themselves, some like myself, kind of holding back to watch it until everything's out and like not having to deal with fandom reaction or fandom opinion or feeling like you're a fucking asshole for thinking that, oh, I kind of liked season 6 and I kind of was excited for season 7 and, various other things that I won't get into for fear of people not wanting spoilers. But I don't know. I feel like I am rambling at this point, and I do apologize for that, but it's just a message that I've really kind of kept close to me, specifically because of my recent feelings on the show and the fandom. So in the end, what is the message I want everyone watching this video to glean from it? If you like the ending of the season, great. If you don't like the ending of the season, that's fine. Just understand you need to be respectful. Don't take to Twitter or to Instagram or to Facebook or any other forms of social media. I would say Tumblr, but Tumblr's dead. Rip in peace, never forget. But don't take to social media sites to throw vitriolic slander and hate towards anyone who disagrees with you, or better yet, people who worked on the show. There are countless people who poured their heart into this series, people who wanted to make the best series that they could, and for what I have seen and what I have watched, it is a series that effort and love has shown. I want everyone to have their opinions. Having opinions is great. It is fine. In fact, that's what makes us fucking cool beings. We're all opinionated people who come from different walks of life and think different things. The world would be goddamn boring if it was all the same bullshit and all the same opinions. That's what makes us cool. But what's not cool is using those opinions to go after people who think differently of you. And that can be applied to anything. I mean, look at our current political climate. Oh, oops, I went to politics. Sorry about that. But just look at everything. It just goes to show that if you show respect, if you show grace when it comes to the end of this series and the end of this season, that it will pay off in the end. People will be grateful for the fact that you are respecting what they think and respecting the way that they view the show. As long as you show that respect, that's all I want people to do. And I know I'm just one guy. I know people are going to sit there and say, oh, you're a fucking piece of shit. Go jump off a fucking cliff. I totally get that. But at the end of the day, I just want people to be respectful. Those people who have certain ships or maybe didn't like seasons like season 6, I still respect that. I still respect the fact that you guys have those opinions. You may come after me. That may not be fair to me, but I will also say that I'm still going to respect where you come from because you have your own opinions. And I just want you guys to know that. And I am rambling at this point, but yes, TLDR. Don't be a dick about the end of Voltron. Be kind to one another and be thankful for not only the journey that the DreamWorks team and everyone involved has given you, but be thankful for the characters you fell in love with and the people that you met because of this show. I'll definitely tell you that despite my current opinions on the fandom, I am very thankful for some of the dear friends that I've been able to meet from the series, not from the series, who've worked on the series. I do apologize. Fuck. I'll tell you this. even though I have certain opinions about the fandom and that I'm still in the process of catching up, I'm still very much thankful for all the friends that I got to meet because of a series like this. It is very awesome. They are very gracious people, and I'm very thankful and very happy that I got to meet all of them. And despite our opinions, we've been able to respect the fact that there are people that we have all come from different walks of life, that there are some people who think one thing, other people who think another thing. Some people love certain seasons, some people hate certain seasons, some people love certain characters, some people dislike certain characters, but at the end of the day, we all love the series as a whole, and because of that, we can come together and enjoy and love the show together, cosplay from it, do events from it. I've met great people from these events and from these cons and all that fun stuff. So just remember that journey, remember the people that you've met, and don't dwell on the hate, my dudes. I personally have come from that aspect in the past, and I will advise against that because it's very hateful. It's very bad. It is something that I can write countless essays about as to why you shouldn't go on around telling people they're wrong because they like a certain thing. It doesn't end well. Trust me, it does not end well. You only come across as an asshole and a piece of shit, so don't do that. Enjoy the season. Have your opinions on the season. Be respectful to each other. Take care of one another. And until next Friday, we will catch you guys later. Or if you want to watch us on Twitch on Sunday for the Twitch Awards, for the HR Office Podcast Awards we're doing. You can check that out on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/GregSnazzyGamer Twitch. We're going to be talking about that, probably doing some further discussion about this, as well as some other things that are coming up for the end of the year. So until then, we will catch you guys next Friday. We'll catch you guys on Sunday on Twitch for the latest episode of the podcast. But until then, if you're not going to be watching the podcast, we will catch you guys next Friday for our final video of 2018. Something to bring a little bit of holiday cheer, in a sense, to your guys' souls. Till then, we'll catch you guys next week.